This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, a better road planner, Kempower and bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Today we're gonna test this electric Geländewagen. This is the G580. And then I have my friend Sondre with me as co-driver. And okay, we are now in a field, grass field, or whatever it's called, farm?
Yeah, farm field.
Farm field, yes. And Sondre knows the owner here. So we can do whatever we like here. That's the cool thing about it. And yes, we're gonna do some light off-roading. We're not gonna go crazy about that, but at least you guys have seen the G-tank turn many times on YouTube. But I have car scanner. I wanna see nerdy parts of it. How does it work here? Which wheel spins how many kilometers per hour and then the opposite direction? So we're gonna check out that first, but also do a range test, because Mercedes, they claim that the G50, the electric, has roughly the same range as the fossil when you're going off-roading. So okay, this is not crazy off-road, but at least give you guys an idea of how it is and how far can we drive, you know, on these kind of roads. So yeah, let's get ready and then we try the G-tank turn first. And in order to initiate the G-turn, you have to first go into low gear, rock. You go here, enable the rock mode, activate drive program, and then also to go into low range, you press this, and then briefly go into neutral. There, now it's low range, and now we can press this button here, and then put the car straight there. We have to straighten also, straighten the wheel there, and then they will give you instruction. It tells you here which direction you want to go, and then here it will tell you what to do. Wait, okay, so straight, you have to be straight there. Okay, there. Then it tells you to hold the steering wheel gear shift paddle, one of these, the direction you want, turn left or turn right, and then depress accelerator, and then, well, I mean, push the accelerator, and then we go. See, it seems like if you do it the first time, it doesn't go that fast. And then after 2 rounds, it stops. Shit. We need a better spot. Huh, interesting. It doesn't show negative numbers on some of them. Only 20 kilometers per hour. I think we just need ice or something slippery, wet something. Okay, but whatever. We came here for the range test. Okay, now we're going to do what we really came here for, which is the range test. So I guess we should use the low range, because that's what people are going to do anyway when they are off-roading, right? And then we reset one of the trip meters here from start, for example. Yes, and then we see. Okay, put the car in drive. Now, how is range mode active? Well, maybe we should use the off-road cockpit. There are lots of data here. We see elevation, we see some suspension. Oh, how many degrees? Oh, cool. Wait, if you go up that hill, if we go up that hill, can we see how many degrees we have? We should try just to go the hill and then stop and see if we can start again, right? Oh, it's percent, not degree, sorry, percent grade, yeah. 30, wow, it's fairly steep. Oh, car's kind of struggling. And you stop here, right? 34 degrees. And it is like this. And then we start again. Okay, no problem, there was a tripod in the back. Okay, so you see it's struggling a bit, it's slipping a bit. That's the whole point of the off-roading. You lose some energy there. The consumption is 999 watt-hour per kilometer right now. We need to even it out. Oh yeah, this is cool. Wait, does it have that transparent chassis thingy? I think it's this, right? Oh, look at that. Ooh. Wow. And you can also record this, supposedly. Start track. Huh? Okay, maybe we're not gonna play with all that stuff. We're just gonna concentrate on the driving part. Okay. And then we drive here. Wow, look at this. Yeah, Sondre can play around with some of that. I'll just focus on driving. So we just drive around this field, grass field bit. Oh, I feel like, wow, the low range has pretty strong regen. You can see it, let me see, when I went downhill, yeah, it actually recent. Ah, Sondre, have you driven any of these cars before?
I've never driven one like this.
Okay, but I suppose that in low range there's a lot of engine braking going on.
Yeah, it's holding you back really hard.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So it's so it actually mimics the fossil, the way it works. So that's the whole point with the low range. So we're just gonna purposely go up the hill again. Just want to get a feel of how it is when you go uphill. Go uphill, okay. It can go fast, of course. You want to go fast. And then when it comes to this field here, they're going to what they call it, harve.
Plow it.
Plow it anyway. So, I just probably have to get there. Just have to be careful, maybe to go too much sideways. No, I think it's fine. Right. Okay. See, if I let off, wow, if I let off here, you see that charge go to 100. It has really strong region. It's just descend. Yeah, it's like basically hill descent control now. Ah, yeah, of course. I need to mention that I'm a noob when it comes to all this stuff. I don't go off-roading. Last time I did it with a Tesla Model X, which was not suitable for that kind of extreme off-roading. I destroyed a bunch of stuff on the car. And we also didn't ask Bertil Osten, the importer, for permission to off-road, but you know what they say, it's the better for tilgivelse and tillatelse.
Yes. Better with forgiveness.
Yeah. But this is pretty light off-road. And the guys who does off-roading, like Sondre's friends, it's way harder than this.
Yeah, they have steep hills and they have muddy ditches and everything, and yeah,
Rocks and
everything.
sand. Yeah,
We will probably be stuck anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay, so so far it's not looking very good because the consumption is still 999 watt-hour per kilometer. Oh shit! Let's drive for a little while and see what happens. Okay, now we let Sondre drive a bit. This is one of the steepest hills. Well, it's doing it just fine. Okay, it's not that steep. We checked the spec on the Geländewagen. It can go 100% grade, which is 45 degrees Celsius. That's 45 degrees. We are only at around 40, 50% grade. And also when you go sideways, we were at around 20%. Yeah, for some reason the car shows percent when you go sideways. Percent, and then the car can take, it was 45, I think it was 45 degrees sideways. It's mad, man. It's just insane off-road capabilities. Oh yeah, it can. So it can handle the terrain just fine. But wait, how is this for consumption then? Wow, that drivetrain is insane. It was built for this. So we have the G roar on now, so you can hear that fake roaring going on. See, traction control is completely off now, so you can do all these crazy maneuvers without anything limiting it. It's crazy. But the only problem now is that, okay, if we slow down a bit, Sondre,
Of course.
is that the consumption, it was at 800 watt-hour per kilometer roughly. It's now back at 999. Shit.
That must be the limit or something like that.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah, it's capped. Oh, it's like the Chinese cars, it's capping at 999. Okay, well, now we just have to drive some normal laps then. You can just keep driving and just have to drive normal laps, just up and down here a little bit, just to see how it is, because we also need to mimic a typical driving scenario, which is more like not the type of driving like the Sondre did, but more like you drive somewhere to your cabin, right? And it's not the road there, so you just have to go off-roading like we do now. And we don't drive too fast, so the brick doesn't consume too much. Yeah. You feel the regen, right?
Yeah, I can feel really good. The thing that is a shame that the people at home can't see how really steep this is, because this is really, really steep.
Yeah.
Oh,
sensor's dirty. Oh, I see. Okay. We have a little bit of schmutz here.
I think we need to wash the car.
Okay. Sorry for the shake in the camera. I realize that now in the low range mode, it's forcing all-wheel drive. Yeah. Then that makes sense, of course. We want the best traction, so maybe it's now wasting some energy because of that. So yeah, we should test with some different modes then eventually. But now I just want to get the consumption below 999 first. All right, we've been driving for a while and we cannot get the consumption lower. So it seems like, yeah, in the worst off-road procedure thingy, it's going to be around 1000 watt-hour per kilometer. So now we're going to reset the trip meter. And then, okay, so okay, we're gonna get out of the low range. So we put it in neutral first, brief in neutral. It's kind of complicated. Now we're out of low range, then we click here. And then we're gonna try comfort mode then. All right, because then it should save. We could still go in off-roading. And then we reset the trip meter. There's a check here. And then start endpoint is gonna be the same. And then we go again. And now you see that it will, at least if you drive carefully, I was about to say it should use the rear motor, but it's not. Because the car will, of course, figure out what is. Yes, there.
It's switching.
Yeah, so the car should figure out if extra traction is needed, and if it's needed, it will kick in the front motor also. But now you see that it's going more on and off, and a little bit, yeah, now we go downhill, then it wants to use both motors. Probably also smart, so it doesn't lock the front or rear wheels. But in this mode, you should at least be able to save some energy. So now we'll drive another couple of loops and see if we get lower consumption then. Maybe we should turn, okay, I'm gonna turn off that G roar. Man, I'm gonna say, this Geländewagen, it holds true to its name, you know? Geländewagen in Deutsch means terrain car or something. It was built for this shit. Okay, you know, it might be thirsty, yeah. It might be boxy, but it gets you to your destination in the bush and back again safely. That's what it's all about. Look at this, we just go all over the place here. Sondre, your Tesla Model 3, would you be able to come here or would you get stuck?
I think we would get stuck eventually, but I think we would have some cool challenges. Maybe we should bring it sometime.
See, you just climb up. It just climbs up the hills like a goat, and we even have the asphalt tires. It's Falken F520 or something. So of course, some off-road tires would be better for grip.
But we don't need any more grip because the car is so great with the wheel locking and everything.
Yeah.
You can see we have halved up every field here. We plowed the field for him, so maybe we should send him a demand for some pay.
Just try again. We're gonna go sideways in the hill here. 14 degrees, 15. Chip, we're not gonna flip over, are we? 17 degrees. 19. That seems to be the steepest. And the car. I think there is probably a warning and a scale here. So once you go closer to the limit, it will warn you. Yeah, 8, 9, 20. Okay. Okay, I've done a couple of laps now. We also tried to stop earlier at the same spot, and then it was actually 700 something watt-hour per kilometer. And now, after a couple of rounds, we drove carefully. We've been using comfort mode, and it's actually going up slightly. So based on this, okay, 825 watt-hour per kilometer and 115.2 kilowatt-hour net capacity, I estimate that we have only 140 kilometers of range in off-roading. Huh? I would expect, I thought that we might hover around maybe, let's say 200, 300 watt-hour per kilometer because we were driving quite slow, right? Average speed is just 11 kilometers per hour. Okay, maybe it was a bit higher before I stopped here, but I think it's just based on that the terrain here is not smooth, unlike asphalt. And then when you go up the hills and down again, you have also some losses. And then also it might slip a bit, which is lost energy. So yeah, I would consider this off-road terrain here quite light, right, compared to some of the others. But then it depends where you drive. Maybe you just drive on some kind of dirt road and then cross some rivers and it's something like this. But yeah, it seems like okay, it is quite thirsty when you drive off-road. But does it mean that the fossil Geländewagen also consumes a lot when you drive off-road? Are we talking about, how much is this, 30 to 50 liters per 100 kilometers on the fossil? Maybe someone else can confirm, or I know a friend who has a fossil Geländewagen. I just don't know which model, and then I didn't plan it that well, but at least I came here alone. So, but there should be plenty of people in my channel who knows about fossil, how they work and how much they consume when they go off-roading. But anyway, I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's need to do further testing. You guys have already seen a lot of that off-roading action during the test drive event, and that was quite demanding off-road track. So, but I just want to test stuff that other people has not tested. So, Bartlosten, sorry for driving the car over here, but I think it was okay, right? It was quite gentle driving. So that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.